All right, hey. Actually, I actually have to say hey. How do I sound? Does this sound okay? Because, ready? Check, check, check. Here's the deal. This is up. Now it's being weird again. Are you guys hearing an echo? Want to know if you hear an echo. Sounds good? Sounds good? Sounds good? What about if I do up? No echo. Good. Here's why. Streamlabs is doing something pretty silly. Doing something pretty silly right now. Streamlabs is, it has me coming through my webcam, but it's not. It's like lying. Streamlabs acting like a big old liar, okay? Acting like a total liar. I don't know why it's doing that. So, as long as it sounds good, then here, let's do. Here, check, check, check. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. So here's what Streamlabs doing. How about it? Ready for this? I have mic and then webcam. Mic is showing no activity whatsoever. Webcam is showing all the activity, but it's coming through this mic. And then I grab the little slider on mic and I adjust it, and it adjusts the webcam one. It's all wonky. I can't figure it out. Music is way too loud. Way too loud. Let's fix that. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Right now, the music, like right now, is the music quiet? We want to make sure this is good. Streamlabs is being a little silly. Being kind of silly. We have some awesomeness. Podcasts are blowing my mind already. Blowing Skiz's mind already. I want to talk about this. Music, all good. No music. Not quiet. Loud music, quiet me. This is interesting. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to kill the music for now, and we'll come back to it and see if that makes a difference. Streamlabs is being silly right now, and I even restarted it. Okay, so right now the music should be super quiet, right? Oh my God, you guys. We have so many stories to talk about. We have so many things to talk about, stories to tell. It's going to be amazing, but I got to make sure that things are coming through because this is being super... Okay, is it still loud music? I actually paused the music. Like I stopped the music. The music didn't change. I actually stopped it. What? How can it be loud? I actually stopped the music. Oh, the space sounds. Nooch. That's my bad. I didn't even know it had audio. How about that? How about that? Can you hear that? Okay. So now, guys, your patience is, as always, blowing my mind. Okay. So you can hear my face. No music, no nonsense. We can just hang out, you and me, and we can just hang out and do this, right? Okay. Man, I'll tell you what, Streamlabs decided, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to be silly. Look what I got here. I got a drinking a bang. Drinking a bang here because it's already been a long workday. People, we have to catch up. You and me, we got some catching up to do. We got to talk about... hold on. Can you hear that? So I'm still quiet. Am I still quiet? Let's fix that. Okay, so let's check this out. Ready? Okay, so like right now... So check, check, check. 1, 2, hey, hey. What about that? Check, check, check. How's that? How's that volume for my voice? What's that like? Is that good or bad? Man, I don't know why Streamlabs just got... Every setting just went wonky. Good? It's good? Okay, we got some talking to do. First, people, we got some time. We got some time. So we're going to talk about some of the awesomeness going on. You guys are just blowing my mind. I just want to hang out with you, and you guys are just blowing my mind. You know what you do? It is what you guys do. You shock me every time. I know what to do. Maybe I just stop making these stupid faces. Guys, so Keyboard with that resub, 6 months. Thank you so much for that, Keyboard. Hazard with that resub, 3 months. Supreme Monkey with that resub. That's our Twitch, baby. Supreme Monkey. That's our Twitch, baby. 9 months. Nooch. Same with the 200 bits. Thanks so much for that. Hazard with the 95 bits. Thank you very much. Aaron Smile. We love Aaron Smile. With the tier 3, the 400 months. 400 months. That's a long time. The 4 months. Diskin with the 100 bits. Thank you so much. And then goodness gracious, Blep with the giant. My eyes got dry for a second there. Blep with the $200 dono. Happy birthday. This money doesn't fully reflect the amount of respect I have for you, though I don't think any amount will. Nevertheless, thank you so much for all the laughter and all the joy you bring us. And I hope you have a great birthday. Blep, goodness gracious. I cannot believe you blabbers. You break the skiz. I don't even know what to say to that. Blep, unbelievable. Thank you so much for that. Can you guys believe that? Can you believe that? Can you believe that? It blows my mind every time. God. Blep, thank you so much. Mad Hatter with the resub. 3 months. Dareth gifting out the 5 subs over there. Hitting up Taz, Fink, Pod, Crim, Not Supposed. Thank you so much. Oh my God. What is happening? Mad Hatter with the 25,000 bits. You guys, this is the stream just started and Skiz is all sorts of broken. What are you doing? I got stories to tell your lovely faces. I've missed you guys. It's been so long. I've been traveling. I've been doing my thing. Jeez, oh Pete, Mad Hatter with the 25,000 bits. You guys, what are you doing to the Skiz? Broken! Broken Skiz already, and we're 10 minutes into this thing. 10 minutes in, Skiz broken. That's me shutting down. I don't even know what to say. Mad Hatter, thank you so much. Danny with the $10. Thank you very much for that, Danny. Says, happy birthday, Skiz. Thank you so much. Hebe with that resub. 11 months with that prime sub. Thank you so much. Kilgore with that resub. 10 months. Danny with the 5 months. Thank you so much. Aaron Smile with 1,000 bits. Happy birthday to your Skiz. What did I say? Skizzle duper do. You know what we're going to have to do is once we get through this awesomeness, there's a little soundbite we're going to have to play. I think you all know what it is. We're going to do it for the Skiz. Aaron, thank you very much for that. Niall with the 500 bits. Thank you very much for that. Kilgore gifting out those 5 subs. Nooch. Snoogans. Witherwings. My goodness, that resub. 3 months in a row. 3 down. Lots more to come. Thank you so much, you guys. Come on. Toxic with that resub. Blowing my mind. Is that Leslie Lynn? I like that name, that resub. 4 months. I always love watching you. Thank you for the laugh, says Toxic. Haven't caught a stream in a while. Glad to catch you on your birthday. Happiest birthday. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you. Okay. Let's catch up. Let's do some catching up. First, we got to talk about, I want to see if I can put on a little bit of music and make it not, you know what I mean? Tell me if this music gets too loud. Oh yeah, it's time for this. Ready? Oh, I just saw my little niece not too long ago. And actually, my brother-in-law, her dad was over here not long ago for the graduation party for my daughter. I said, hey, come here. Come in my studio. Put these in. Hit that button. He just starts laughing because, as you can imagine, she's grown up a little bit now. I mean, that was years ago, and he's like, man. And I'm like, dude, people love it. People love it. How can you not, right? Zays with the $5. Happy birthday to you. What is that? Why you have a birthday? Says Zays all up in your face. Thank you, Zays. Vaughna with the $20. Thank you, Vaughna. You have no idea how much. I love reading what you guys write, just so you know. Vaughna, you have no idea how much I love watching your content. It's been a constant source of happiness for me in a difficult time. Thank you so much for being awesome and happy birthday. Vaughna, I'm so glad it helps in any way. Thank you so much for that awesomeness. And I love when you guys say those things, man. It's good to know that, like, we're connecting on this, like, you know what I mean? Like this transcending level. Like we haven't actually met, but we've sort of met. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Berserk with that resub. Thank you very much. Shaggy with that resub. 15 months, guys. Mama Shay with the $10. Thank you for that, Mama Shay. To one of the most impressive men I am happy to donate to. You're an inspiration. Whoop, there it goes. Hold on. Whoa, we got something here. Guys, we will get to the stories, but I just can't let the awesomeness go unnoticed. You're an inspiration to coaches and to, what's that, budding storytelling YouTubers? Oh, gotcha. Budding storytellers, storytelling YouTubers. Woo! Storytelling YouTubers everywhere. That's hard to say. I love it. Happy birthday. Mama Shay, thank you so much for that. Thank you very much. And then, my goodness gracious, I don't even know. Oh, geez. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Do you see what I see? You guys, are you serious right now? Justice Fool gifting 50 subs. 50. 50. 50. Unbelievable. Justice. If you got a gifted sub from Justice, please give a shout out to Mr. Justice over there. Justice Fool. Thank you so much for that. That is unbelievable. Breaking the skids, you people. I got stories to tell you. You're breaking the skids. K-Kin with that resub. 4 months. Thank you so much. Justice, I don't even know what to say. What am I to say? What am I supposed to say to that? 50? Jeez, what am I supposed to? Guys, please give some love to Justice Fool with the 50 sub gift mom, blowing my mind. Incong Cheeto with that resub, 8 months. Aaron Smile gifting 10 subs. What are you guys doing to the skids? I mean, I know it's my birthday and everything, but this is like out of control. You guys are blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind. Now I have to shuffle my chips. I have to shuffle my poker chips so I can feel better about my place in this world because it calms me down. We're going to do this. Ready? Let's do that. So we do this. Oh, that's the wrong one. Is it not working? Is it not working? Why did it turn on my camera? Maybe that's what happened. I added this camera source and it like jacked all my settings up. Oh well, no big deal. Aaron, thank you very much for that. A7, thank you so much for that. Resub 21 months. Goodness gracious, I don't even know what to say. Incognito with the $10 donation. Happy birthday, Skiz. Thanks for sharing your awesomeness with the rest of us. Nebraska with that resub. 3 months in a row. Happy birthday, Doctor of Awesomeness. You guys, thank you for the awesomeness. Let me get into the storytelling. Let me do it. For you. Me. Oh, I want to see if we can put a little music on. Remember? We're going to see if we put just a little bit of music on. And I want to say, like, out of the gate, if I miss some of the awesomeness, I apologize. I promise I want to do my best to catch it all. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's see. Let's put on a little bit of music. Tell me if this is too loud. Can you hear it? Do you hear anything? Yeah, it's so like I turn music and it shows that it's turning my mic up. That I got to fix. I got to figure that out. Okay, nothing yet. Nothing yet. Anything there? Now you hear it. Okay. Is it? Now I'm going to leave it right there. Look, my hands are up. At the point my hands are up, is it too loud? It's so loud that I can't hear. Okay, hands up. Hear it. Perfect. That's good. A bit loud, says Aaron. Okay. Let's go down to about there. Hands back up again. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Look at all those perfects. All right. Guys, here's what we're going to talk about. Richard Thorne with the $10 dono. Thank you very much for that, Richard. Thank you so much for that. Happy birthday, bye. Great to see your face again. Thank you very much for that. Look at Dino. Hey, guys, that's Dino. Dino's the one. Thank you for that tier 1 sub there. Dino's, right? Dino, I'm not mistaken, right? You're the one who made my skin, my awesome skin in Third Life. Where I had the purple hands. Was that you, Dino? It was amazing. Oh, Fireblade, you're too nice. Let's see what Dino says. Yeah, seriously, give Justice Fool some love. 50 sub gift mom. That is mind-blowing to me. Jeez. Imp and Skiz theme tune chances with... What do you mean? What's that mean, monkey? What do you mean by that? Yeah, right? Dino made that skin, man. Made that skin, and it was awesome. And then the fan art that came of it. It's so, like, humbling. It's just super humbling. Okay, so check this out. What's my life been like? Crazy. That's what it's been like. 10 days of what feels like 1,000 miles an hour. 1,000 miles an hour. So I know you guys do. Hands up if you saw the apology I had to throw out on Twitter for missing Clash of the Creators. Yeah? Hands up if you saw that. That was so embarrassing. That was so embarrassing. So that description I gave, I had to obviously like draft it up somewhere else and then so you could kind of read the whole thing. I was so frustrated with myself. I've been trying to do so much and it was one of those things where I was like, okay, let me have a look at my watch here. In the next 48 hours, I'm going to be in Washington, which is on the other side of the nation. I have to plan for and execute a party. I have to go to another party. This is all graduation stuff. I've got to edit my Third Life. I've got Clash of the Creators. I've got to pack. I've got to get these, me and my wife and these two athletes. One of them's our daughter. We got to get them to Washington and then over to New York. I'm like, this is going to be crazy. So I'm just like going through the motions, man, trying to do everything. And that was, what was that? Gosh, what was that? That was Sunday. Yeah, it was Sunday. So Sunday we were trying to set up the whole, you guys ready for it? It's worse than you think. So you ready? You're going to get some more information that Twitterverse didn't get. Because like when this next thing happened, I was going to tweet about it. I'm like, you know what? I really don't really need Twitterverse feeling any worse for me right now. NJ Coffee Junkie with 31. Look at that piece of pie. That is a giant piece of pie. $31.40 from NJ. Happy birthday, Skiz. From Manatee and I. Time to celebrate with a full pie. Hope this next year around the sun is amazing. The world is better because you're in it. My goodness gracious, what a nice thing to say. Treat yourself. Maybe we'll see you when you finally visit Phoenix later this year. Yes, NJ, make it happen. Seriously, hit me up, and hopefully I'm in town. Like Brody, I've never actually gotten to meet Brody. I was looking forward to meeting him, and because he came out here and I was gone. I was on the other side of the country when he came in. That's just like the way it works. So hit me up, NJ. Thank you very much for that. So, okay, so Sunday, we're doing all this stuff. We're doing all this planning. I get up super early. I'm going to get up super early. I'm going to get after the editing. Later, I got to do some yard work. We got to buy a bunch of stuff. We got to set up the house. We got a lot of people coming over the next day. I got Clash of the Creators. Got to plan everything. And so I got up and I'm working. My wife comes and she's like, how's it going? I'm like, I'm editing. I got to get this. I got to get it done. I got to get it up. Got to get them. Party's tomorrow. Not going to have a lick of time. And I got to get it done. So I'm working, and then we did a bunch of shopping. Now I'm out there and doing yard work, getting ready, and all stuff. I'm telling you, it was the real deal. Impulse sends me a text, and he's like, "So did you bail on Clash?" And I'm like, "Did I bail on?" Oh my god! Like in that moment, I couldn't believe what I was dealing with. I felt so awful, and then I jumped on. I was obviously too late. I like to get in those types of events. Let's say it starts at 12. I think that one started at 12. I like to be online and ready to go at 11:30. It's like just the way I do things, It's like 12:15. So not only was I not there when I would like to be there, but 15 minutes had gone by since it had started. And I'm like, oh, so I made up that apology. I felt terrible. And I sent it out there. Okay. Well, at least I got a little bit of time, back, right? Got a little bit of time. They got my amazing team got, so Bowtie Daniels, Slice Lime, and Music Man got a fourth to partake, and I'm spacing who it was, which I feel terrible about. I don't remember who they got, but they got somebody, which is great. And so I was like, okay, good. You know what I mean? That's good. They got somebody. I feel a little bit better about this. I can get back a little bit of my time, and I can keep setting up for this party. So we're setting up, and we're buying everything we can, and we also know that a lot of our actual setup has to happen the next day. Okay. Because my daughter's graduation party was at 10 a.m. We had to do it at 10 a.m., 10 to 2. We were going to have this big old brunch type setup. And then we had to do that because later we had to go to one of her best friend's grad parties in that whole thing. Well, we knew that we couldn't set up everything the night before because, as you all know, how many dogs do I have? Let's see, carry the 2. I like 1,000. All right, I've got 5 dogs. We can't put food out. We can't do anything like that the night before, as you can imagine, which you shouldn't put out food anyways, but there's so much we can't do because of the dogs. We have to do it the next day. So there you have it. So the party was going to be on Monday. This was my life. Sunday, buy everything we can, set up what we can, do as much editing as I can. Monday morning, get up early, finish editing if I have to, set everything up, have the party, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, we're doing some stuff around the house on Sunday. And what's that? Oh, what's that? This is a part that the Twitterverse didn't know about. You guys know I live in Arizona, right? And it's like, okay, T-minus 13 hours until people start arriving for this party. This is a sip for, a commercial break. For pause for effect. Is it warm in here? Right? Is it warm in here? It's like 7 o'clock. That's right, K-Kin. So I have a 2-story house, so it was, all the parties on the bottom floor. So for good measure, the AC that went out was on the bottom floor. And I'm like, I think the AC's out. So I put my hand up and I feel it. I'm all, yep, that's ambient air. That's ambient air coming out. Okay, well, let me check the thing. It's like 7 or 8 on a Sunday on a 3-day weekend, mind you. And I'm like, that's ambient air, and it's already about 85 degrees, coming up on 90, and it's late in the day. Well, I quit. I quit life. Black Fang, and Jacob, thank you for that $10 no. Happy birthday to the best skids, guys. Thank you so much for that. Anonymous giving that sub over there to Aliyala. Ooh, it's not easy to say. Thank you for that. Oh, Afraid Dragons donating that $5. Happy birthday, skids. You're such an amazing person. You guys say the nicest things. Thank you so much for that, guys. Thank you. So I'm like, okay. Well, let me see if I can get this straight. Let me get a little. I missed Clash earlier because I suck. I had so much going on. I blew it there. All right, fair enough. We got what we needed. I'm not done editing Third Live yet. We are counting down the hours until Wheels Up to Washington. I'm not packed. I should have been packed, but I was. That's something I should have gotten ahead of. That one's on me, right? But yeah, kind of like, wash your clothes right before the trip type thing. And now the AC is going on. All right, well, that's okay. You ready for this, people? That's okay because I pay a monthly fee to like an AC company because they come out twice a year and they check everything. It's a smart thing to do so you don't run into problems like this. My units, maybe it's because they're so old. Oh, no, wait a minute. They're like 2 years old. Yeah, I put these units in like 2 years ago. All right. Well, let's call up the company. This is why we have them. They were just out a few weeks ago. They said, everything looks tip top. All right, let's give them a call. Coming out here. You guys said that everything was fine. So I call, no answer. But you can leave a message, then call you back. All right, well, let's do that. So I call the emergency. They have an emergency line. Huh? Not bad. Skiz got the company, the AC company, with an emergency line. Well, I think this constitutes as an emergency. So let's use it. Beep, boop, boop, beep, beep, bop. And here's the other end of the emergency line. Hi, this is Kirsty. Leave a message. Well, I must have typed that in wrong. Let's give that another go. Let's type that one more time. Fish, thank you for those 500 bits. Thank you so much. Stats with the resub. 4 months. Happy birthday, Skiz. One of the funniest streamers ever. That warms my heart. What a nice thing to say. Thank you so much for that. So I'm like, okay. I definitely typed it in wrong. Okay, this is a legit company. Let's type in the emergency line one more time. Beep, boop, bop, boop, beep, beep, bop. Okay, here comes our message. Hi, this is Kirsty. Leave a message. And I'm like, oh, okay. I quit on so many levels. So then I'm like, all right, well, here's the deal. I don't have time to complain about this. I don't have time to complain. I have to fix the problem. My job, like, especially the job I did before this, and where I was like, you guys don't know this about this, but I was a like big time event planner for Intel, right? Like, we're talking like $1 million events and stuff, right? And I was in charge of the whole thing. And so when it came into it, I was a big component of it. And then my recent job was to be in charge of the whole thing, but COVID canceled that job. But anyways, when it came down to it, these types of things, you got to pivot. This is life. You know what I mean? You got to like get confronted with things and just do this, you know? So people will come up to me at work and be like, okay, we have a problem, right? And then you have to come up with an answer like right on the spot. So I'm not like, you know, here's a great example, right? A small little story time, if you will. Several years ago, because I would plan the event on what happened on stage. I planned everything in 15-minute increments, and it was for 3 straight days. And you ready for this? We were feeling good. And then we were supposed to have the CEO of a major company that every single one of you has heard of was going to come speak at this event. And like a half hour before they come to me, they're like, "Excuse, we have a problem." And I'm like, "What's going on?" And they're all, "So-and-so, we don't know if they're going to make it." I'm like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "They're going through one of the, like, their company's biggest data breaches of all time, and we don't expect them to make it." And so I'm like, "Oh." You know what I mean? It's just like, how about that? So I got all these people looking at me, you know, and I'm all, okay. And I'm all, take the current segment and stretch it out another 15 minutes. And I said, and then the break, we're going to add 15 minutes to it. They were going to speak for 30 minutes anyways. Keep it going. If we need to, I'll go and I'll improvise a Q&A. Make it, and I was like, make a single slide to put up on there for the break. That's going to be an extra 45 minutes. Get it set. Don't make the change. Just get it back up and get it set. They're like, they're on it. So they go do that. And then sure enough, it was awesome. They were able to make it. But in order to stall a little bit more, I went down and I took off all my like headset and all that. So it looked like I was just part of the normal crowd and like asked a question, you know, up on stage so I could just stall everything, you know. So my point being that you got to do stuff like that. You got to improvise. So here we are. The company I've been paying doesn't come through. And so I called another company who was awesome. Like literally like an AZ or an AZAC emergency place. And this awesome dude comes out to my house on Sunday at like 10 at night. It was awesome. And he works on it and he's like, okay, well, for some reason you have a Freon leak or the refrigerant leak. And I don't have any more refrigerant. So I got to come back in the morning. I'm like, okay. This dude came back in the morning with more refrigerant. You ready for this? He was doing this. Those are his legs. Now his legs are, they were longer than my fingers and everything, but he was walking. Here's my house. He fixed it. He's going like this while leaving. Well, this is the first guest of the party. They passed. Are you kidding? Oh, dude, you're not. Oh, yeah, believe me. Yeah, this is. I need now. I got to call my company and be like, well, the company I've been paying. Like, let me explain to you. So go ahead and convince me to stick around. You know what I mean? But I've had no time to even give him a call. Nice, Shay. Give them those 5 subs over there. Thank you so much for that, Nice Shay. Noosh. Guys, big props to Nice Shay for giving those 5 subs. Thank you so much. KN with that resub. 3 months total in a row. Happy birthday, the best skizzle on the planet. Thank you so much. Stars with that resub. Thank you. MZ with that resub. Missed your face. Why the suicide mission in Third Life? Vacation and adulting obligations. Oh, we'll talk about Third Life. That's on the docket. Stick around. We're going to talk about that. But so we do that. And the party's a hit. It was a great party for my wonderful daughter. Very emotional. I don't want to get too much into it. I'm very sad that she's moving away and blah, blah, blah. But it was a great party, man. It was a great party. And we get through it. And here's the best part. People at the party, we're like, so this is great. Good. And like, when do you leave? We're like, we leave tomorrow. And then we had to go to the next party. We go to the next grad party and they're like, stick around. We're going to have an after party. And I'm like, yeah, we got to head out. Oh, by the way, so it's like 7 p.m. Wait, it's like 6 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m. on Monday. Are you ready for this? I have, at this point, had not finished editing Third Life, had not packed, and we're up, wheels up at 6 a.m. Meaning we have to be at the airport at like 4:30 a.m. So the people asking us to stick around for the after party, they're like, okay, never mind. That makes sense. You should go. So we did. We left, went to Washington, saw the Washington Monument, went to Washington's house, went to the Lincoln Memorial. I'd never been to DC before. Saw a lot of cool stuff. And it's really crazy. If you guys saw, did you guys see on Twitter? Hands up if you saw on Twitter. Did you see my send-off, my Third Life send-off? The George Washington's coming home. How cool is that? That I was just at his house. I thought that was just so awesome. Oh, what an amazing thing that was. It was glorious. It gave me the feels. Like full on gave me the feels. That was something special, man. Oh, that made me feel like $1 million. It was so awesome. I didn't even know what to make of it. I was just like, what? It was so cool. It was so cool. All right, so Third Life. Who wants to talk about Third Life? Because I got to tell you, that was more episodes should be coming out tomorrow, right? More episodes, and I'm not going to be in them because mine, as you know, no spoilers. But my last one, that was kaput for skiz. Kaput for skiz. I'm telling you, man, this bloodlust has been building up forever, right? Being on Ren's army, being on the Red Shield army, and just really wanting to like get after it. And every time we'd get so close, Ren would pull us back. I'm like, Ren, I gotta kill somebody. So I thought it was pretty funny on at the beginning of that episode. I was like, I have to kill someone today. And Martin just starts cracking up because I just knew I was just itching, man. So I'll tell you this, when we had that battle, right? The battle. So first of all, spoilers. If you haven't seen the last week's episode, I'm not giving any spoilers for what's coming up tomorrow, obviously. But if you have not seen last week's episode, this you might want to sign out because that's it, right? That's I don't want to give any spoilers, but here we go. So, who do I want to win? I want either Ren or Martin to win. That's who I want to win. Either Ren or Martin. That's who I want to see win, man. You know, leaving those boys behind, I felt terrible. Felt terrible about that, but. You know, it's funny because like it's all like play, like we all like each other. You know what I mean? Like I know I say like I hate them and I love you guys. I love them. I loved everybody in the server. That was one of the things That'll be fun. Talk to me about this. Ask me any question you want with Third Life, because what's the prize for Third Life? Honor. That's what it is. Bragging rights. You want Ren to win. I like it. Yeah, that was the thing. Like, you know, you kind of develop these alliances, and that was my thing. Is I was like, I'm not going to be a mole. I'm not going to be a traitor. Wink. I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be. Yeah, I know you're watching, and I'm going to just kind of do my thing and just really like lean into caring about my brotherhood here. And it got down to it to where it was like, if you had a red shield, I would jump in front of an arrow for you. Like it was a great dynamic, you know? And so when we would kill people, we would put their stuff in a chest, and like dudes, like we had honor, man. That was the thing about being a red shield, is that there was honor involved, and I just totally dug it, like playing into that. But when we were in the desert, dude, I gotta tell you, I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. When we were in the desert and that giant explosion happened, was that, dude, was that not the most crazy thing ever? That explosion, and it seemed like it just wouldn't stop. So you guys see that my editing of the replay mod, as I was pulling back, by the way, I got that replay, like the file I got from Impulse, because I didn't have replay mod running, and he and a couple of people just like leave it running all the time. So we all got to do our different, you know, editing of it. So I wanted to do it. So I was pulling away, and the Skiz character was following the camera, right? But as the explosion was happening behind him, because as I was running away from it, I was like, this is it. I mean, that my season's over. And I just kept on running. And the more I ran, the more it kept exploding. I'm like, how this thing is hot on my heels right now, man. I know the fact that nobody died, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I watched Green. Somebody fact check me on this. I watched Green's point of view on that. He got down to like half a heart. Cool guys don't look at explosions. That's right. You got to leave it behind you. At first I looked, I was like, wow. And then my brain's like, you should probably get out of here. But I ran, man. I thought that was it. I thought, oh, he did go into the lava, didn't he? And then the water came in and saved him. Him and Scar, the luck that they had was the most ridiculous stuff I've ever seen. Dude, Scar is just, I love that dude so much. He cracks me up. That's something you guys don't actually like fully know, right? Is that, I mean, you can imagine we play and record for 3 straight hours, right? So when you get it down to like a 30-minute episode, 40-minute episode, obviously there's a lot not there. Scar cracks me up. He cracks me up. He will be in like the worst scenario, enemies all around, and he'll be like, I have a proposition for you. Every time he did it, I would just start cracking up. And I would leave it in sometimes, but sometimes I cut it out because I'm like, I can't show that his character is making me laugh as much as it is. I just can't do it. It breaks too much of the character, you know? Scar running around with a bee on the lead. I know. Having Mr. Bubbles, he is, yeah. Scar is, he's something special. He's a lovely dude. You know what's fun is I remember the first time I met Scar. He had no clue who I was, and this was because it was back in 2016 Minecon, and the hermits were setting up for their panel, and I just met him briefly, and it was so like, I don't know. I'm a pretty stellar judge of character. Like my whole life, it's one of my strengths, I think, and I've been wrong. I mean, almost never when it comes to assessing somebody instantly. It's not the right thing to do, but I have a good radar for that. And he was one of those dudes that I was like, it was like 10 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, he's a good dude, like instantly. But I also, you know, I've also been wrong before, and with him, I just wasn't wrong. He's awesome. Yeah, he's a great dude, man. Oh man, the pizza death. Oh, it was so awesome to be the bad influence on that when I was like, pull out your bows, we're killing pizza. And Martin, you could hear Martin's like subtle, like pause. He's all, I'm in. It was so awesome. Oh, you know what? It was a war crime, but pizza was collateral damage, man, because they kept coming over after us. Yeah, leftover pizza. So amazing. So amazing. Stevie with that 300 bits. Thank you so much for that birthday skiz. Thanks for the lash. My daughter and I love binge watching Naked and Scared recently. That's good. I love that people are still watching Naked and Scared. All right, so let's who Who do you think needs to go first? For the people left on the server, who needs to die first? Let me see what you guys have to say. Yeah, it was. Third Life was just great. And that whole thing is Grian's baby, man. Look at that. Grian, Impulse, Ren! Scar, Grian, Dippledop, Grian, Impulse, Grian. Boy, people want Grian to die. Look at all the people who want Impulse to die. Yes! Oh, I want back in. Oh, I want back in so bad. Look at all these amazing B-dubs. Who would want B-dubs to go? Man, I'll tell you this, B-dubs, as like, I've had such limited interaction with him, but given just, he's also on one of those, he's another one of those, like, he's just such a good dude, such a cool dude too, like really interesting and, you know, whatever. He's one of the dudes that I was hoping to collab with more. I couldn't get our paths to cross. I just couldn't do it, except for that one moment after I killed Cleo. Yeah. Oh man, when I killed Cleo and he was just like, your arms down. He just starts shooting me and I'm just like, dude, I'm like this. And Errol's just like, I'm like, dude, take it easy. Go get her stuff. Yeah, Etho's like ridiculously smart. He's amazing. Did you guys see, first of all, and we talked about this last time I was streaming, me and B-dubs would be hilarious. That would be, I mean, that, I think I would agree with that. I think that him and I would play off each other quite well. We talked about this last time. Martin, who is known as In the Littlewood, and if we ever do this series again or anything like it, I think he'll put it on his main channel. He put these on his second channel because it was an experiment. Can't blame him. But he's a pretty big deal, Martin is. Martin is the dude who set me on fire, like in our second session, right? So you guys saw it. Did you guys? Okay. Hands up, because I wasn't able to give it the time I wanted to. And my Adobe was acting weird when I was trying to add effects to it. But hands up if you got a little bit emotional with the way I handled editing after, like immediately after my death. Yeah. Did it get you a little bit? Got you a little bit, huh? A little bit. Whiskey, thank you for that resub. Graham, thank you for that resub. Yeah, see, it got you a little bit, right? Look at that, see? Like how I was meeting Ren and I was meeting Martin, and Martin's catching on fire, and when Ren's like, Etho's good guy, all the other village people. But oh, you're crying. Yeah. Whoa. Sorry about that. I'm telling you right now, I wanted so much more time to do that correctly, right? That wasn't enough clips. Here's what was wrong with that. Wasn't enough clips. Remember how like halfway through the first clip it went like this grayscale? I wanted that for the whole thing, but it wouldn't take effects. So I decided, okay, we won't do any effects. It's not taking, Adobe's tripping out. It's not taking the effect. But then when I rendered, it did take the effect for one piece. I'm like, oh, come on. Up. Daisy really liked the ending. She was happy. She said that ending was very sad and I haven't cried in a while. You guys hear that? Oh, it sucked dying, but I had to get in there. I was feeling so bloodthirsty after killing 2 people. And I will say this, when I killed, this is no joke, I was just firing, just trying to get a kill. When I killed Jimmy or Timmy, I still don't know. When I killed Solidarity, I was like, I saw red on red. I'm all, oh, I just eliminated him. Ugh, okay, well, let's get back in this. And then I killed Cleo. I'm like, what? I thought she had another life left. Yeah, it's a good scene. That's a good scene, man. That end scene after I died. But well, I'm so, do you guys understand? If I had eaten, oh, this would have been so amazing. This is such a 2020 moment, but if I had eaten my golden apple, I may have taken out Impulse and Grian. I may have. That would have been amazing. Did you guys see? Yeah, Impulse, I'm calling you out. Did you see how once I went up the staircase to fight them both, Impulse hid behind the wall? It just let Green just clean me up. Oh man, I want to do it again so bad. That's the thing. So a lot of props to Green on this. Like I said, this was his brainchild and it was an experiment. And we have a lot of talks about, you know, what works, what doesn't work, and, you know, just all that stuff. And that dude, one thing about Green is that dude's he's a professional through and through. You know, he listens to feedback. He you know, he has his ways. He listens to other people's ways. He wants to, what worked, you know, what did we continue? What did we stop? What did we start? All that stuff. And it was such an amazing experience. Like the whole thing was an amazing experience. And Green asked me to be part of it originally for no other reason other than I'd been playing some Among Us with him, and he was just like, I don't know, maybe he thought that the dynamic worked, and I got the invite and I just couldn't believe it. I was shocked, and I just had just such an amazing time, you know, such an amazing time. And it was good for my channel. I mean, let's call it what it is. I was exposure to a lot more people. I mean, my channel is pretty small, as we know. My YouTube channel is pretty small, but anytime a channel goes up by 50%, it's a pretty big deal, you know. And so I started at like 17,000 subs on my YouTube channel and ended at like 28,000. So it's good. It's good. You know, but what's more important is that it was such an amazing amount of fun. You know, recording was fun. The planning was like our meetings were fun. The editing was fun. Like all of it was so much fun, to the point to where, you know, we would be all on the server at the same time for a 3-hour stint once a week, which was on Fridays. All week, I'm just like looking forward to it. All week, even on Friday morning, I'm like, I just want to fast forward the clock so I can get to recording because it's so much fun, man. And that's what you want. You know what I mean? You want to have a good time like that. Green killed more people than anyone before he ever lost a life. That is for sure. Yes. We need to sort out our rules. I agree. That's a talk that we've had. It really is. But so a lot of things happen like organically, right? But those organic moments lead to discussion. And that's sort of the whole premise, is that we're like, okay, so this took a turn that nobody saw these types of alliances happening. Nobody saw kingdoms happening. I mean, nobody saw this coming, and there's no planning. There was no blueprints or scripting or anything, nothing. I mean, I'm telling you the absolute truth. It was just hit record. Let's see what happens. So I remember when I had the idea to, look at that. Isn't that neat? Look at that. It's going to hit me right in the ear, dude. No scripts. No scripts. Nothing like that. It was just hit record and let's just do it, man. Skis killed more people than Green's TNT traps. Oh, I want that made into a t-shirt. Oh, so good. Yeah, dude, Ren, that's good to hear, Lisa. Ren, I loved his character as the Red King. Every time he did his laugh, I can't do it, but every time he did his like he did this like evil laugh, I was always laughing. But he was such a pleasure. And I remember when I had the idea to do the underground tunnel, you know, you just kind of think like, what am I going to do this next upcoming session? And I realized, I was like, I think Ren and Stimpy, I think they trust me. That's what I call Ren and Martin, Ren and Stimpy. I think they trust me. I really think they do. And they should. They can. But I think they actually trust me. And I'm going to see if I can do an underground tunnel. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to talk to Ren and see what he thinks. So that whole conversation, that's what I love about it, people. In my video, when I'm pitching the idea to him, that's genuine. That's authentic. And when I was like, you can say no to this. That's all real. And when he was like, I love it. I was like, yes. What are we going to call it? So that dude, I mean, how amazing is this? What are we going to call it? And I put him on the spot. He's all it's Mama's Casserole. Like it just came up and that became known as Mama's Casserole. And when we took Tango through it, he's like, oh, a secret underground skadoodler. So funny, man. Yeah, I hope so, Aaron. I hope so. I'm actually looking. I have no idea what happened, so I'm looking forward to watching it myself and finding out. Like, tell me that they like avenged me. You know what I mean? That's what I want to know. I want to know that I've been avenged. I want them to feel the loss and the frustration. Ellie with the $20. Ellie, thank you so much for that. Happy birthday, Skiz. Third Life was amazing. I hope you do another season with it. Me too. I hope so. That was, and if we're gonna do it, we can't do it soon enough because I love it so much. Eclipse with that resub. Thanks so much. 12 months anniversary, Twitch anniversary, Eclipse. Goodness gracious. Aaron Smile, get to now 10 subs. Aaron, thank you so much for that. Goodness. Hitting up Delg, Sir, Icy, Ant, H, Gently, Quietly, Vengeance, or Vengeful, rather, Ladder. Thank you so much. Hitting up From a Place. Aaron Smile. Everybody give it up for Aaron Smile, who makes the Skiz smile. Thank you so much. Blappers with 500 bits. Were there times where you had to re-record because you guys were laughing too much? No, that's the beauty of it, man, is that there were times where there was, okay, here's an example, right? There were times where we were trying to be serious and then there would be laughter involved. So here's the key. This is what I found. I love talking about this. I'm going to raise my desk. You guys mind if I drum? You guys want me to, oh, wait a minute, but the camera's not working. You guys mind if I drum, but if you can't see the drum? I don't know why the camera's being silly. Go up, desk. Up, there it goes. All right, let me see. So there are times, right? This is what I love about it, is that we would be like we're trying to be serious and something would happen. Now in actual like cinema, right? If you have a serious scene and you end up laughing, obviously they cut, they retake, and they gotta do the whole thing. They're making a movie. They gotta do what they gotta do. Well, that's what made this so much fun, is that there'd be times where you're trying to be super serious. And like I said, it's not scripted, but something would happen to be so funny. And some people would cut out the funny, like, entirely. I'd like to do this balance of including it, but just for a little bit, so you could see like the naturalness that's going on. Now, one of those examples, right, would be, do you guys remember when we're in the desert and we're having this, like, everybody's hiding behind barriers and stuff. We got our, arrows drawn, and Martin's like, where is Tango? Has anybody seen him? And he's like, oh, he's just there. And we all look over and he's like way in the distance and he's like this big. We look over and as soon as I like zoom in, you see him like back up and go behind a bush. That, like I said, nothing scripted. Like that stuff just happened, and the laughter that ensues was just amazing. And I liked watching everybody's like different moments of that, because we all left that little bit of laughter in. You know what I mean? It was just so funny, man. It was just so funny. And I really like watching all the different videos, all the different perspectives. And one of them things is that I really enjoyed in that battle scene in the desert, when we just charge forward and when we get that first kill on Smager, right? S Major, we get that first kill on them and all of us just have this victory. Yeah! Like all of us together. Well, I watched everybody's perspective of that, and it was so funny because like the different volumes of it based on our proximity, it was different every time, but it was the same energy every time. I'm like, dude, that was a real thing. Like that hype we had was real, man. It was just amazing. Craft, thank you for that resub. Cats, thank you so much for that sub, that tier 1 sub. Now, how come my camera's not working? Should I try it one more time? Should I try it one more time? Oh, it's not working. I did it this morning and now I set it up and I tested it and now it doesn't want to work. Why do you think that is? Reconnect. That's the thing, is I think that's why my Streamlabs got messed up, because I added it as a source in a new scene in Nooch, and it's really a bunch of boring stuff. But there you go. Names, thank you very much for that. Gifting that sub over to Giant Dane. Disturbed Puppy with that 300 bits. Today's your birthday? It is. Want to hear the song again? It is the old Skizz birthday. I can't believe it. Craft Serenity resub. Thanks so much. It's unbelievable. I do. Well, yes, I do play the drums. Not as much as I'd like. My drum set is actually collapsed and in the garage. So guys, let me tell you a little something about the future of Skizz. Okay, let's talk a little bit about that. The future of Skizz is, first of all, going to break apart because, oh my God, Witherwings with the giant. The $50 no-no from Witherwings. Unbelievable. Gotta send you some extra appreciation on your birthday. Your streams and YouTube vids have been my favorite thing to watch since I found you. Thanks for all the laughs and for still finding time for all this, even life is crazy. And it is, man. I can't, dude, Wither, thank you so much. My goodness gracious. Thank you so much. Is it a milestone birthday? It's not. It's a useless I'm a billion years old birthday. So that feels good. But I'll tell you this. Wither, thank you so much for that. Goodness. Yeah, life has been... I came back to work today. And I've been gone for... Now, here's it. Where I work. Okay. I can't believe it. Wither, thank you so much. Blows my mind, you guys. Blow my mind. 29. I wish, God. What's it like to be in your 20s? I don't know. And I haven't known for some time. Because you see, people... Skiz is basically a mummy. I belong in a museum. That's how old I am. Oh, yeah. Feels good. I don't know how I'm still standing. I don't know if my hips are not dust. What was I going to say? Let's say something. Oh, so in my industry where I work, there's no such thing as taking a week off. There's just getting a week behind. Right? That's all it is. Just getting a week behind. I came in, I come in back into work and I'm like, okay, I'm running 4 projects right now and like 4 programs running, and they have an accumulative business value of over $10 million. And I'm like, and I have to give an update in a couple hours. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So let's, here we go. Let me get some updates here. That's what it is. No such thing as a week off, just getting a week behind. Thank you, Grim. You know what I want to do, dude? Hopefully, I don't know if we're going to do Among Us, but we're going to have to see. What's this? Hi, Skiz. Tried to raid you, but it didn't work. Happy birthday, though. Have an awesome day. Zeno, no sweat. Thank you very much for the thought there. Thank you. Sometimes it does that. I've tried to raid people. I get all excited. Oh, we're going to raid this person. And then it just like fails. It won't let me do it. Just keeps airing out. I'm like, come on. I'm visiting Arizona for my cousin's wedding. Can't wait to endure the heat. Wow. Where's it at? Where, you don't have to say, but you can if you want. What city is it going to be in, Soka? Oh, the future Skiz. Yeah, here we go. You mean Gilbert? Yeah, that's not far away. You never know. There might, maybe we can meet up, but we'll just hit me up. It might be a thing. It might not. I don't know. Just let me know. We love Soka Stop. So the future is Skiz. So here's the deal. Club, thank you very much for that resub. 2 months. Thank you. Future of Skiz. So we went to DC, and then we went over to New York and got to see my daughter's campus where she's going to be going. And she's officially on the roster now as a catcher for the team. And it's going to be, it's hard, right? It's hard. It's very hard. So I'm going to have to distract myself. So 2 things are going to be happening once she makes the move in a couple months. I'm going to have a lot more like time that I'm literally can't even fathom, because I'm telling you right now, like I literally cannot even understand what it's going to be like to have the amount of free time that I'm going to have, because it's not, so much of my effort goes into her softball. But I'm also going to have a lot of time to think about how like sad I am, right? So I need to find some distractions. This is going to be one of them. You and me and this finger. That's going to be one of them. And then I think I'm hopefully I can do this next part, but I think I'm going to be hitting the gym a lot. Right? I'm going to be hitting the gym a lot, man. I need a hobby. That's what I'm saying for. And I want to make, I love streaming. I love making YouTube videos. Love all that stuff. Buff Skiz. I'll tell you what, with some of the fan art coming out, I got a lot to live up to. Right? Because if there's another Minecon that I'm actually at, people are going to be like, well, you don't look anything like your fan art. I show my wife the fan art and she's like, geez, these people think you're a hunk. And I'm like, well, I am. Swole Skiz. Whiskey, gifting out those 10 subs. Goodness gracious, Whiskey. Thank you so much for that. Hitting up Mike. The Noises, Atlanta. Little Leaf Bug, L3, XX Muff. Doctor, we're gonna move past that. Doctor, Dust Eye, up, Baseman, and Audio Railroad. That's a cool name. Thank you very much for that. Spicy with that resub, 3 months. Thank you so much. All right, what kind of questions do you have? Give me your questions. This is fun. What kind of questions do you have for the Skiz? Pepsi. I'm a Pepsi dude. Coke just like the second first of all, I try not to drink a lot of soda. This is actually a bang right here. I try not to drink a whole lot of soda, but you know, that's just like when Pepsi is a little softer. Coke is too hard or something. What kind of cake for my birthday? I don't have a sweet tooth. I never eat cake. So honestly, when it comes down to it, the type of cake I like to get is whatever other people want. That's what I ask. Like, if we want a cake, that's fine. What do you guys like? That's how that works. I don't like Dr. Pepper too. I do. Would you and Impulse do some CTM maps? I feel foolish for asking this. What is CTM? Ooh, Naked and Scared. Yeah, Avid, we gotta talk about that. Skyblock Evolution. Ooh. Well, I'll tell you this about Skyblock Evolution. It's a love that Impulse and I still share. So it's always one of those things that we always talk about, you know, we like to go back to it. It's hard to fit all the different dynamics in and everything, right? So is it going to be, we're going to go back to Naked and Scared right away? We're going to go back to Skyblock right away. What are we going to do? And he's about to go on, I just got back. He's about to leave for a little bit. So we're going to pick up later. Complete the Monument. Adventure maps and Minecraft with puzzles. Ooh! That sounds like fun, Wombat. That sounds like a ton of fun. No, I've never done. I would definitely consider it. But this is the Skiz you're talking about. I'll consider anything. Like, I'll try anything. You know what I mean? Skiz, how would you and the other Third Life members feel if other groups did their own version? So I'll tell you this. So first of all, let me be very transparent here about other people doing Third Life. It's not mine. It's Grian's, and I did have somebody else reach out with that, and so I reached out to Grian just to kind of, and I said, listen. To the person, I said, it's not mine. It's not mine. I don't get to have any say in this, but I would imagine that it would be appreciated if you, at the minimum, called it something else, right? Because like anything else, you start something, it's not super if somebody else takes it over and does that same exact thing or whatever. So I did reach out to the crew, and that was a pretty common consensus, and I think it's justified, you know. So other people doing the idea, like, I mean, do it up. It's fun. It's super fun. You know what I mean? But I would encourage people to call it something different, right? I just think it's the right move to do that. Like, you know, I remember, you know, years ago, Impulse and I were on like our 5th season of Naked and Scared. Like 5th, we've done like what, 20 seasons? Jeez, unreal. We were on like our 5th season of Naked and Scared, and somebody sent us a clip of like 2 other dudes had started their own series that was the same exact concept, and they called it Naked and Scared. Like, they didn't even try. You know what I mean? So it's just like, okay. But I was like, you know, he's like, he asked me, he's like, does it upset you? I'm like, not really. I mean, maybe it should. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I guess, what do they call it? Imitations of like the oldest form of flattery or whatever it is. So Crux, thank you very much for those bits. Thank you very much for those 500 bits. Guys, thank you. Thanks to Mama Skiz for blessing us with such a wonderful individual. Goodness gracious. I'm going to show my mom you said that. I'm going to show her. I'm telling my mom on you. That's going to make her feel like $1 million bucks. Love my mom. Maruki with that resub. Thank you very much. 3 months. Would you ever make more story time with Skiz videos? I love watching those. Okay, let's talk about the story time. The answer is resounding yes. I've been keeping a list of the types of like all the stories that I want to tell. It's just the list goes on and on. In fact, I need to like save it or something because my phone's starting to go. So I actually got some time yesterday. I was in the pool and my phone got so hot. And I have an iPhone 10. It got so hot. When my phone gets hot in the pool, I just dunk it under water. It cools it off and I bring it back up. You know, it's waterproof. It's fine. But I think what happened was because the screen's starting to fade, I think it got hotter. I think it got really hot, and then I think I cooled it down too fast. So it's not like water got in, but I think that temperature delta, like rapid change. So it's like fading, like the screen's fading. I have this, something's clearly wrong with the top right part here. It's just such a mess. So I got to figure it out. Anyways, my point being is that I'm keeping all my story times on here, and I gotta back those up. Nooch, gotta back them up, make sure we got them, because I got a lot of stories to tell, a lot of stories. So I do want to do it again, but if I do it, it'll probably be in a setting like this, right? So the mic's right here. Maybe I'll just do it like this, because even though I like to use the whole body or whatever, all those story times you saw, I literally can't even articulate like how maddening it was, how many times I had to redo shots simply because like the audio was super bad. Or I would use my phone and then it wouldn't transfer right. Or I'd use a regular camera and then the audio sucked. So I bought like lapel, and I bought an extender so it went under, and I ran it down my shirt and all that stuff, and had the lapel. It was actually good quality, except if I moved, it would send a little thing down this, and it would like have a static, or the audio would cut out. And I wouldn't know until I had downloaded the footage, and then I was editing. I'm like, why's the audio out? Go back in there, set everything. I mean, it was like, it's hard to maintain. Like I'd like to consider myself a professional when it comes to that stuff. So you have to maintain like a commitment to the moment, right? You have to, like, even if you have to do it a million times, you have to do that, right? So that got frustrating. So, but here I can just like record and just go. So like the question to you guys is, if I did story times and I didn't do it in that big old setup where I get to use my whole body, which is what I prefer, but if I did it in a situation like this is something we're still interested in. You know what I mean? Do you shave? Look at that. There's Do You Shave right there. Give some love to Do You Shave, everybody. We love him. That's one of my best friends in the whole entire world. Known him since 4th grade. I already told you I'm a mummy. Okay. That was back when our classes were in hieroglyphics. That's how old we are. Do You Shave? Good to see you, buddy. I would absolutely be interested. Okay, well, you know what? How do you balance gaming, content creation, work, and family? What a great question, Bala asked. Well, I'm going to answer that question. How do I balance gaming, content creation, work, and family, and coaching? You got coaching, right? Poorly. That's the best thing I can do. That's the best I can tell you. I give it the best I got. And I'm very, my coaching, the season over of coaching, let you know, like, I almost want to go get the trophy and show. That was one of the biggest things in my life. You know what I mean? Like coaching those little girls and winning the championship. And I'm just so proud of them. But my time management needs some work. I need to be better at it. And here's the deal. I can manage time. I know how to draft it out. I know how to do all that, but it's like, it's the whole sticking to it thing. You know what I mean? That's something I've got to get better at. So I do the best I can, but I honestly believe I manage it kind of poorly. I parse it out. I plan ahead, and then I do the best I can to stay on top of it. And it doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm up until 1 a.m, like with Third Life, for example. Like being as busy as I am, we would record. I would take like a 30-minute break, and I would instantly get into editing because I knew it was going to take several days. And and sometimes I would like a Saturday, I'd be gone all day on the other side of town for softball all day long. And I'd come back and I'd be like, I'm going to go to my office. So that's another thing. If you've got, so each one of those Third Lives could take from beginning to end upwards of 5 to 6 hours to finish editing, right? I'm not talking about the recording. I'm just talking about having 30 or 3 hours of footage and getting it down to a 40-minute episode could take up like 5 to 6 hours, depending on how well you want to do it. So the way I do it is, first thing I do is I would go in and I would cut out all the dead space, right? There's tons of dead space in a 3-hour stint, tons of dead space. I would cut it all out. And then I would go in there and I would cut out of the stuff where there was dialogue, whether it was just me talking to the camera or me talking to somebody. I would cut out the stuff that was not value added from an entertainment standpoint or a story standpoint. I'd cut all that out and I would get it down. And then I would have to prioritize, because I would do that and be like, okay, it's still like an hour and 15-minute episode. That's too long. All right, so now I've got to prioritize all those pieces. I get it all the way down, and that takes a long time. So I'm like, okay, I got 40 minutes of good storytelling, and I got to, if there's any effects, put all that in there. Okay, we good? Okay, now for the music, right? You got to go back and do all that music. And so we do put in all that music and cue it just right and all the little bits and pieces. So it takes a lot of time. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of time, but I love it. It's just so much fun. And then once we finish that, we render And then once that's done, we got to make the thumbnail. And obviously my thumbnails are not super, but they still take like 30 minutes to, make a thumbnail. And then we upload it. And once it's uploaded and processed, then you got to go. And if you're going to be somebody who monetizes it, there's a lot of management there. So it just goes and goes and goes, right? But that's why when I see some Mr. Joker with the rate of 51, thank you so much for that, Mr. Joker. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, Raiders. Mr. Joker missed you, buddy. We got to talk about if we're doing anything this Thursday. I think Dippledop's going to be out, but there you go. Benny Boy, yeah, that resub. Thank you so much. It is my birthday, yo. It is. It is my... What's today? It's today your... It is. Birthday, yo. For the skiz. Mr. Joker, thank you much. Thank you very much. Welcome, Raiders. We're just doing some just chatting with skiz, doing a little drumming, catching up. It's been a while. Been gone. I'm just back from my travels, and we're doing some catching up on Third Life, Real Life, Crappy Life. We're doing all the stuff. That reminds me, thanks to you, I started playing Faz and scaring myself silly. NJ, it could be a scary game. Now, NJ, are you playing it with friends or are you playing it alone? Because I got to tell you, I don't know if I can handle that game alone. All right, well, you get your second shot. That could go south. That could go, you can maybe end up feeling not super, or you might feel fine. So you let me know, Mr. Joker. You let me know. Thank you again for that raid, but you let me know. I scream so loud. I'm telling you, that game. And when you scream, I didn't know for the longest time in Phasmophobia that when you scream, that apparently the ghost would be like, and then you scream and the ghost is like, huh? All right, I'm going to go over that direction. I had no idea. I thought it was just like, I thought you had to hold down the button in order for them to hear you or something. Oh my God, Phasmo in VR. I've got VR too. Whew, that might be something we have to do. That could be something special. Drinking to my good health. Thank you very much, guys. Have a drink on me. Have some fun. Raise a glass. Raise a glass. Now, if I do the VR thing, how's that going to work? How's that going to work? Maybe I have to. How would that work? Would I just push this way back? Push my desk way back, maybe? Like, push it way back there, and then I could be... This is actually really is what I should do, is I should... So right now, so check this out. I'm not ready. Behind the scenes. BTS. You ready? This is my green screen. Would you like to see how close it is to the bottom of the green screen? Look. It's really close. And so it goes all the way over there, and it goes all the way over there. Blah! If I were to push my whole desk back... thank you, Wither. Then I would just have to get more of these green screens, maybe. It's actually a really good idea. So you guys, believe it or not, so the room I'm in right now, okay, so this flat wall, right? Flat wall, and then it goes this way, and it actually angles out that way. So it's really nice for, you flood it with light and then turn the whole thing green. I think I need to get more of these green screens, coat this whole thing, push this desk back, get an extension for this. Yeah, I think we need to do that. Then I could actually, like, the story times take on a whole different level. I could do the VR thing. Oh, dude, this is a good idea, don't you think? Paint the wall. So I would paint the wall. I would just paint the wall, except I've got lights. I've got like windows here, right? Windows with blinds. So I actually have to cover them with the. This is a sheet. This is not even painted. This is just a sheet. Isn't that neat? In fact, I wonder if I could show you guys. Let me see. Let me see what happens here. Up. Let me see. I don't want to delete it. If I delete it, it's going to get stupid. Can I do this? Boop. Yeah, there we go. See? Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. That's what it's like. It's just a screen, man. You could project a classic fireplace behind you for story time. Oh, I could. What am I doing, dude? I mean, it's like what am I going through space? I need to, like, get more things. I should do dinosaurs and stuff. I bet you there's some neat stuff we could do. how come I need to have more stuff? Like, this is ridiculous, man. I should get a lot more options. That's the other thing, man. That's the other thing I want to do with like the streaming thing. Like, I think you know what I mean? I kind of phone it in. I don't mean to, but I'm like super low. And this is when I'm super low on time. So much so it turns me into Robert De Niro. You know what I mean? You talking to me? Sometimes that's what it does. So I want to like really lean into it, and I want to like, you know, get all the right effects in there and all the different options. And I think there's just a much better way to do what I do. And so I want to like lean into it. But here's another example of my time. Are you ready? Are you ready? Here's something I want to give to you. Okay. Put your drums in back. Oh yeah, that's good, Maruki. Here's something. Your guys' patience with me has been unbelievable. Dawn, thank you very much. Your patience has been nuts. So I'll do like these games, like these like top shelf games where the quality is just like super sick and just amazing. And then I have to dial it back. It's good for me because I've got a good rig, but I have to dial it back because my video card can't handle giving me top shelf and then also giving it to you. So I dial it back, and you guys have been super patient. So I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta do it right. So I'm gonna get the right rig. So I did. I ordered myself an amazing computer, and it's sitting right over there in a box. It's been there for a week. I just got back from the East Coast a couple days ago. I was there forever. It's in a box. I pulled the trigger on that thing. It's a $3,000 PC. It's sitting in a box right now. So I'm like, come on. It's like, I got to take some time, but I'm also aware that I'd have to look it up. It's like, I ordered it so long ago. It's probably out of date now, but it's really like, it's going to be top shelf. It's 4 terabytes, and it's 1 terabyte SSD, 3 terabytes disk. The video card, I believe it's just below like top gen. Everything is just stellar on this thing, man. I cannot wait to get started with it. All like top shelf Ripjaw RAM. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this thing. But I just need some time, because I also know it's not a matter of just hooking it up and moving on. You right? All the stuff I've got to reset up all my Streamlabs. I got to set up, obviously, my Minecraft. I got to set up Discord. I got to set up all my Adobe. I mean, it just goes and goes and goes. I got to set up my Go XLR, my Stream Deck, everything. So I also have a lot of different files and stuff that I need. So I went and got myself, I ordered it. Are you guys aware of the world we live in, by the way? Primrose with the $20. Thank you, Primrose. Thank you for that dono. Happy birthday, fellow Gemini. Keep it crazy, dude. Loved your third life exit. Oh, I know. Thank you. That was fun. So much fun. Prim, thank you. So I got all these files I got to get. This is the world we live in. I'm like, you know what I need? I need an external hard drive, but I don't want to go anywhere. I pick up my phone and walk, boop, boop, boop. I just ordered 2 terabytes. And I have it now. It's like, it's plugged in right now, so I don't want to pick it up because it's kind of a short cable. But it's like this big, 2 terabytes. And it's external. I did that so I could just bring all my files over. Because I want to take my current computer, which is awesome. And I want to upgrade my family's computer downstairs, which is a piece of junk. Do you shave? Are you around? Do you shave around? God, that's the thing between him and I. That's what I'm talking about. Lassie, that's what I'm talking about. I'm excited to get it going. I need like a whole day. Yeah, the internet is amazing. So, Do You Shave's not around anymore. Dang it. So one of our favorite commercials, Do You Shave and I, is, you guys remember that commercial where it was like an insurance commercial or something? I don't really remember, but it was basically the premise of the campaign was, you don't always get what you think you're buying. And so they showed this kid like this, they gave this little kid this toy truck that was beautiful, and he just loved it, and he just wanted to play with it all the time. And the guy's like, you like it? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay, here you go. And he gives the kid a paper truck, literally a piece of paper with like cardboard cutout of a truck, and he gives it to the kid. And the kid grabs it, and he's just like, make sure there's nothing sensitive on here. And the kid grabs it, and he's like, he like looks up at the dude. He's like this little kid. He's like, what's wrong? He's all, I want the big truck. He's like, that's your truck. He's all, it's a piece of junk. And it's so funny because the kid's not acting. It's just like, they just put the camera on. So Do You Shave and I like just share that. We share that, man. So anyways, the computer downstairs is a piece of junk. It's such a piece of junk. So I want to give my family this nice one. So they got something good to work with. Hands up if you guys are excited for the next season of Naked and Scared. And because Impulse and I have been talking, and we're just about ready to get that going again. We actually, I don't know if the next thing we do will be that. We actually have potential other plans for another little series that we're going to do. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I'm very excited about it. If we can pull this off, I'm very excited about this new series. Because I really think that him and I can, like, you know, he's my buddy. And I think we can do just about anything together. And I think it'll be good. I do. I think it'll be good, you know. Extreme, thank you much. Thank you very much for that tier 1. Skiz, happy birthday. Mr. Face, thank you very much. Jenny with that sub, that tier 1. Thank you so much. Baller Ring resubbing. 3 months. Guys, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the awesomeness. So, yeah. Oh, I want to tell you what's got big. Richard Thornton, Naked and Scared theme song. You guys want to hear it? Do you guys want to hear the Naked and Scared theme song done by the one and only Richard Thornton? I'll play it for you right now. Because it's awesome. Here it goes. First, before we forget, Farm with that gift and that sub over to Soka. Thank you so much for that, Farm. And then that Nasi with that $5. $5. Nooch is my favorite. Is my new favorite word. Thank you so much. And here we go. This one's for you, Richard.
When you wake in the morning, yawning, you're heading for a brand new day. You gotta get out exploring, for mobs will be spawning and coming your way. It's gonna be rough, times will be tough. You might feel like you won't make it through. There's 21 days and 1 million ways to do what you gotta do. You head to the nether, riding striders together. You gotta get yourself prepared. You find yourself digging to hide from the piglins. You know your homie body is there when you're naked and scared. When you're naked and scared. When you're naked and scared.
Isn't that amazing? Sing along. I'm going to have to work privately before I do that. I don't want to ruin it. Is that your drumming in the Naked and Scared theme? You say it's not. No, that's an actual track. That would be cool if it was. However, at the beginning of my story times, that actually is my drumming. Beginning of the story time stuff. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool what Richard did? That was just so amazing when he made that song for Naked and Scared. Man, I want to tell you so bad about the idea that we have, but I can't do it. I can't do it. But what's important is that the Imp and Skiz channel lives on, does its thing, and will continue to live on. And we got ideas for it. We got ideas. Bunny Bon with the $10. Bunny Bon, thank you so much, you silly. Happy birthday to one of my favorite dudes. I'm shrinking the Frill off now, but I had to sneak over and say hi to you. Don't tell Frill. He'll kill me. Everybody go tell Frill. Guys, if you have not followed Bunny Bon, make sure you do that. She is a sweetheart. We love her. She is one of the biggest reasons that this Skiz channel, her, NJ, all my amazing mods. You guys blow my mind over and over again. The things that they do for this channel. Please go over and give Bunny Bon some love if you can. We love her. There it is right there. Thank you. I would really appreciate that. That would mean that's another birthday gift to me. Go over and follow Bunny Bon. That's what I want to see. She's good people, and really don't blow up her head. Don't tell her I said this, but she's like really smart. Kind of annoying. She's really smart. Bugs me. And she's super humble. Like there's so many times that I know she wants to be like, Skiz, why are you such an idiot? Click on this, do this. And I'm like, sorry. But she never says that ever. She always makes me feel good. We love Bunny. You're on his channel? You're not even Bunny Bon. You're not even streaming right now? Give her a follow anyways. We love our Bunny. I hope one of those ideas is you and Impulse drumming. It's not, but we've talked about it. Impulse and I have not drummed together in a long time, man. Not in a very long time. I almost want to, should I share something with you? Yeah, I know. This will be fun. He's not going to love this, but I'm going to do it. No, it's not that bad. But the last time him and I were on a drum line together was a long time ago, man. Long time ago. And we were, it was like a college line or whatever. It's hard to explain what it was, but it was like a college level line. It was a million years ago. And I was on the snare line and I was over on the left side, and he was at the time, because he's a great snare player, right? I think him and I are like, this is our gig, right? But at that time he happened to be on top bass, which is like top bass is considered the smallest one, and then they go up, right? And the smaller the bass, the more you're expected to have like chops, right? And so that's why he was on it. So he was top. So I'm here and he's there. So I face this way and he faces this way. Well, each of the snare players had their own like cymbal girl, right? So the cymbal line, they stand in front of us and they do their own, and they're not just like, they're amazing what they do, right? If you guys have ever seen an actual drum line, it's amazing. Every bit of it is amazing. Well, the cymbal players, they do a lot of stuff like, I can't remember what they're called. They're called slides or chokes or something. I don't know. I never did it, but it's not just crashing cymbals together. They have like a lot of like a lot of like really intricate stuff. They do a lot of visuals, and they're awesome. They're amazing. Well, a part of their thing also is that they're doing it. They will all of a sudden they'll do a quick 180 and hold up a cymbal, and then we'll be there. The snares will be there. So we'll be doing our thing, and then the cymbal line will turn around and we'll crash into it, go back, and sometimes we'll be doing a ride on it and come on back or whatever. Anyways, so they stood in front of us a lot. Well, when you're drumming, you have what's called a focus point, or a focal point rather. And the key is, like when we're in the lot, if you're marching, it's a little bit different, but when you're in the lot warming up or whatever, you pick a point and you don't move your eyes. You just focus on the sounds around you, and you're just there with your boys. You're just locked in. You never move your eyes. And sometimes people are straightforward. It depends on what the line's doing, but some lines like to have their focus point down. You don't really think about it. And Impulse, if you're watching, you're cool. So it just so happened that the configuration was me here, Impulse here, and my cymbal girl was actually, at the time, again, trillion years ago, my cymbal girl was actually Impulse's girlfriend, right? And we were doing our thing, and the cymbal line is facing that way for this particular part of the show or whatever. And I'm just like zeroing down, and it's been like, I'm looking at the same spot for 20, 30 minutes. My brain's like, you're looking right at her butt. I was like, I didn't even know, you're so here's the thing about the focal point is that sometimes you stare so intensely, and this is like a challenge I would give myself, is that if you stare in one spot long enough and you don't blink, this white space starts to close in around you to the point to where it can actually, with your eyes wide open, it can go completely white. It's actually kind of a trip, right? Maybe you guys have done this before. Stare at one place long enough. Don't blink, don't avert your eyes, and everything just closes in white. When you get to that point, you're just like in that zone. So I'm looking down, and it's like 20, 30 minutes, and I realize I'm looking right at my buddy's girlfriend's butt. And I'm like, and he's looking right at me because his focus point was me. So his focus point was looking at me, looking at his girlfriend's butt. And I remember being like, I have to have another focal point. Man, that was another life ago. There's baby Orca. So, came across a recap of Imp and Skiz's favorite episodes. When is that happening again? Great question, Maruki. We talked a little bit about that. We talked about that. Since we've done that, that was like 10 seasons ago, so there's a lot more information now. Maybe that's something we'll do. It's been a long time, and I remember the way we did it that last time was, we kind of put a feeler out there for everybody, like, let us know, what your favorite moment is, and then give us a timestamp, and maybe we'll do that. So maybe that's something we'll do again. I don't know. I'll have to see. Maruki has a list. Oh, Impulse, if you're listening, we got to do it. Trident bushes. Oh, you know what sucks about that? The Trident bushes. White chicken. By the way, I hope that little one's doing great. That That was like that was the day that my video, why did I wear a black shirt? I'm like mixing in the background here. That was the day that my video was just like so corrupt. My recording was so corrupt, so we couldn't go to it a lot. So even when we went to it for that one part, it was like kind of crappy, but man, it was so amazing. She's doing great. What are we at now, White Chicken? What are we at now? 3 weeks? Month? This stuff happens fast. Yeah, if I wore a green shirt, I would just be a floating head. 1 month. There you go. Look at that. 1 month. This is what I'm talking about, White Chicken. It happens fast, man. 1 month. I can remember 1 month with my little one. She's about to move to New York now. Ugh. Mountain's got to go. Take it easy. Take it easy. Thank you for sticking around. Toast Hunter with that resub. Thank you so much. 2 months in a row. Matt France with that resub. 4 months. Thank you. 1.17 tomorrow. Oh, I have a question for you. What do you guys think about? I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing a hardcore series. Solo Skids Hardcore. I think that could be fun. Would you guys be into that? I was kind of tossing around the idea. That could be fun. Bond. Joper Bond. Gifting out 5 subs. Hitting up Hungry. Slink. Pistachio. Tejueva? What's that word? What's that going to do? And Lord, Joper Bond, thank you so much for that. You'd watch it, and yeah, okay. I've been seeing a lot of that going on. Live streaming hardcore or YouTube. Ooh, that's what I should do. Live stream hardcore. That's not a bad idea. I don't know. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know. Got to get back to Legacy too. I'll tell you that. Man. I miss those people. People in Legacy, they are just the most wonderful people in the world. They are so awesome. And I've been so absent because I suck. I've been so busy. And I'm like looking through Discord them all. I'm going to just make myself a coffee and sit down and read through this so I can get caught up on what's going on. They are just so wonderful. They are wonderful, wonderful people. Every person on Legacy is a wonderful person. And I miss them all very much. I'm going to get back. I got to get back at it, man. Oh, Ahsoka with the cactus. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the best part about recording is that you just hit go and you just let it flow out, right? If you guys ever thinking about like doing recordings or whatever, just hit record, just go. So when I like turned around, that cactus was there. Hey, watch it. To the cactus. Was that a hardcore series? Why did I say watch it to the cactus? Just to do it? Or was it a hardcore series? Now, it's not going to be ultra hardcore. I still get to get my hearts back. Man, I love drumming. I wish this camera would work. I don't know why I just decided to be a jerk. Let me see something. Hopefully I don't break anything. Up! Oh, look! Working there. See what I mean, dude? It's all busted. Look at the heart rate stuff. Why does it gotta be like that? What YouTube videos do you like to watch? Great question. You know what? One of my favorite people to watch. This is you guys are gonna be like, what? You guys know that I do this all the time. Boop, right? I like to do the poker chips. Brad Owen is this dude. This dude makes poker videos. This guy will go into casinos and he plays my favorite version of poker. He plays No Limit, Cash Game, Texas Hold'em. And you'll see his cards, with his phone. He records with his phone or whatever. And then he like plays it back he puts up on the screen what was the flop, what was the turn, and all that stuff. And then he talks you through his mentality, right? His approach. He's very good. Like, I've learned so much just by watching this dude. His brain works so fast. And credit to him, his commentary has been getting straight up better with every single video. Not only is he a great poker player, but his post-production on his videos is top shelf and his commentary is hilarious. So his name is Brad Owen. Brad Owen. It's amazing. I fell asleep watching Joker wake up to Skiz. Oh, it's awesome. There is VR I play VR poker a lot. I do. I play VR poker. That's so much fun, man. I play and like literally I'll be there, and I shouldn't say a lot, but it's been a while. But when I would do it, I just sit on my couch, because that's how VR is supposed to be, right? You're supposed to sit there. It's not what you're supposed to do. So I'm supposed to get active with VR, but I don't. And I sit on my couch and I play, and it feels like I'm actually at the table. Like you can pick up chips and throw it, and people, I'm telling you, let's talk about VR. Let's talk about VR. It's too cool not to talk about it. Time to sit down. One of the things I did in Washington was I did a 10-mile bike ride to George Washington's house. And somehow I'm not sore. I should be sore, but I'm not. All right, Kakin, thank you so much for sticking around. Kakin. Kate. Kate, right? It's not Katie. It's not Katie, it's Kate. I know myself. Look at my green screen. Yes, it's Kate. What did I just read? Mount Vernon is, oh, dude, it was amazing. It was amazing. I'll tell you that. That was an amazing experience. Yeah, 10-mile bike ride. It was unbelievable. What an experience. I want to go back. I'm going to go back. Anyways, so I will play VR poker, and you know, you figure you sit there and it's like not a lot of interaction, whatever, but it's real, man. It's real. Like I know, like it's not, you know, it's only a matter of time before it starts to pick up. Like there will be backwards facing cameras in the future to where it'll pick up on like your, like it'll be able to recognize if you're smiling or blinking or winking or whatever. It's only a matter of time before that happens, right? Lassie, thank you very much for that resub. 2 months. Do you lose much at poker tables? I enjoy poker, but don't like losing real money. Well, it depends on, okay, well, you can. First of all, I don't play like real money yet, right? I'm still, you know, my money is for my family. You know, like I want to play. I want to gamble like a lot. I don't have a problem. I swear I can cut anytime I want. No, I really don't have a problem. But I would probably sit down with a good amount of money if my money was just mine, but it's not just mine. My money is from my favorite people in the world, my family. So I don't do it. I don't, you know, I'll play poker with some buddies with like $100 buy-in, like once in a blue moon, you know what I mean? We do it so rarely. So I don't do it. So when I do VR poker, it's not real poker. It's fake money. You know what I mean? So that's just what that is. Oh, nice, sweet Virginia. Mountain Mama. Aaron, smile, you can hear the chips, can you? So anyway, so you sit down and you would figure like, okay, so let me tell you about this VR poker. This is going to blow your mind. You sit down and you're at this table and you got chips. You can stack your chips. You can throw your chips. You can do all that stuff. But you can also do all sorts of stuff. Like if somebody brings out a virtual cigar, they can light it. And they can actually like do this and the smoke comes out. It's nuts. They have to tap it out because it goes down. If they bring it out and they haven't lit it yet and you have a laser pen, you can like from across the table, like light it and like light their cigar. People have drones. People have water bottles. People have like balloons. People have fidget spinners. Like it goes on and on. It blows my mind. You ready for this? If you got a hand and there's somebody next to you, you can actually show them your hand. Like, look at this. You can actually do that. Look at this. Show them your hand and not show anybody else. If you want to show everybody else, you can flip them up and show everybody. And they're like, oh, you can talk to each other. You literally talk to each other. It blows my mind. Drones. Yeah, the drones don't actually, that would be funny. The drones don't have cameras on them. I'd watch VR poker if you could tell us what's going on. Oh man, that would be amazing. Now here's the deal. One reason I would be reluctant to do VR poker on stream is because you don't always know who you're going to be playing with. You know, sometimes you're dealing with bad people, but it's very rare. For the most part, everybody's cool. And you know what's funny? This is no joke. Let me tell you this real story. This was amazing. First of all, it's VR poker. So it's like any other computer game where sometimes you're going to run into somebody who has computer muscle, right? They feel very brave behind a screen. And I don't dig that, you know, I don't like that. I don't like when people talk a big game behind a screen because it's really a testament, I think, right, to who that person is or whatever. Anyways, 9 times out of 10, if you sit at a table, and now I like to play, actually, and every once in a while you'll be able to be at a table where you're playing with people who are really there to play, and you all recognize that. And when you realize that the 5 of you or the 6 of you or whatever, how many people are there to play, people will voice it. They'll actually say like, this is awesome. And everybody will be like, it is. I hope this doesn't change. I hope nobody else comes in or blah, blah, blah. Like, and then you'll get somebody who comes in and they're just terrible or whatever. Not just at the game, but their heart is bad. Well, 9 times out of 10, if somebody comes in who's quite young, like 12 or under or whatever, 9 times out of 10, they're very loud and they don't really get into the game, and they're there to throw stuff around and just play with all the fidget stuff. So, which is, I mean, that's their business, but that's 9 times out of 10. If they're super young, that's the case. But one time this kid came, he was like 12, and he was way beyond his years, right? Way beyond his years. And first thing he did was he came in and he bought cigars for everybody, right? And you buy them with like experience points. So all the stuff's not free. It's like experience points or whatever. He bought, virtual cigars for everybody, which is really kind of a good gesture. And then he played the game and he was actually pretty good. And it was kind of cool. You know what I mean? And we all said it too. We're like, you're a pleasure, man. And he was like, thanks. He was just like way beyond his years. And he was a gracious winner. He was a gracious loser when he lost a hand. He was a good kid. And I was like, I can play with this kid all day. You know what I mean? So the guy next to me, who had been playing there for a while, he seemed like he was cool, but he was starting, I don't know, I think maybe he was drinking or something. So he was starting to get a little loose with his words or whatever. And then he says something to this kid. I'm not going to repeat it here, but he says something that you don't speak like that, like in front of a kid, let alone at them. But he kind of treated the kid like the kid was like 30 years old or whatever. And he said something that was pretty crass. Now here it is, VR. You're so in the moment. You're so like close to these people that you forget that it's VR. And when you look at somebody, they know you're looking at them. Like that's how far this technology has come. And we were all buddies and everything. But when he said what he said to the kid, I didn't like it because you'll know this about Skiz. When it comes to the safety of kids, I am very, very neurotic, right? I'm like to the point to where other parents, like I understand. I'm like, yo, your kid's kind of close to the water and nobody's watching them. Like I'm that person, But this guy says something to the kid, says something pretty nasty to the kid, and I looked over at him. I said, hey, and I said, that's enough. And he goes, I'm sorry, man. And it was so funny because I was very upset that he said this to the kid. But what's also funny is that I was like, dude, it's not like I can do anything. This is totally virtual. I thought that was so funny. It was like super virtual. The kid appreciated it. It sobered this dude up. He realized that he was being a jerk and he apologized. And I was like, dude, it's totally virtual. I was like, I can't do anything. This guy can say anything he wanted. I can't do anything about it. But I said it like we were literally at a table. It was so funny, man. Yeah, virtual poker, real intimidation. And I think what was funny is I think the reason it got him is because, or the reason it shocked him, if you will, is because my persona is a lot like what you guys see in my videos. I'm a lot like what you see here. I'm very lighthearted. I'm nice with everybody. I'm a super kind guy. So when I get upset, it was like, whoa, he's really upset. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was very just. What he said was uncalled for. It was rude. And it was to a kid. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? I was very upset. And when I said it, it was so funny. Like, it's all virtual. And he was just like, I'm sorry, man. Oh, I thought that was so funny. And he was a good dude. He just had to slip up. No big deal. I'd do it too. Eclipse, do you play? Eclipse, where do you play? For real, where do you play? Because that's the other thing, is that one thing I haven't done is, and this is something that I'm a little upset with Microsoft on, is not Microsoft, Oculus. Forgive me. I'm a little upset with Oculus on this. Is that their new version? Apparently, their new VR is that when you hook it up, you have to link it to a legit Facebook account. That's very unethical. I was like, you shouldn't have to do that. It should just be something you can buy and enjoy. You shouldn't have to do that. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard. I've got the older version, so you don't have to do that. Eclipse. Okay, so let's see. What do you got here? What version you got there, Eclipse? What version of Oculus are you doing? There might be Among Us. We'll have to see. I know we're going to be out one Impulse. We're going to have to see. You got a Quest 3. So you got the new one. So I have the Oculus Quest. Yeah, I've got the Quest 2. Wait, Oculus Quest 2? That's where it's... Oh, so I must have the first one, Bleppers. So there's a 3 already? So then I have a question. Oh, it's a Quest 2. I was going to say 3. I didn't know there was a 3. Okay. So I've got one, and I don't think you have to have the Facebook. I don't have a Facebook tied in, but it makes it a bummer because I can't you can make friends with people on the when you're at a table, but you can't do it unless you have a Facebook account linked up. And I want to be like, I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to do that. And so It was my brother who told me, he's like, I want to get one, but you have to do this Facebook stuff. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And I said, well, I'll just start a like a Skiz Facebook account. He's like, no, they do some sort of check to make sure it's legit and not new. I'm like, all right, that's not cool. I'm very disappointed. I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole here, but that's, to me, is a level of, now they have the right to do it. It's their product. They have the right to do it. You know what I mean? And I'll tell you this right now, as soon as another VR comes along that can rival them and doesn't call for that, I'm going there like that. No questions asked. They should not do that. Yeah, I think it's too much. That's trying to get too much recon on the public, and not just that, but if you give your populace the option to tie to Facebook. Don't make it mandatory to use the Oculus. Like, what are you doing? You know, very interesting. What about Valve? I don't know anything about Valve. This is fun. Just chatting is so much fun. Because when I'm playing games, I miss so much of the awesomeness that you guys say in here. Now I can read a lot of it. What happens on Oculus stays on Oculus. Not anymore. And you have to be over 13. What, to use it? Like you meaning? Oh wait, you have to be over 13 just to have a Facebook account, don't you? Unless you have somebody create one for you or something. And what's funny is I will say this about that is something. If that's the case, I'm not super against that. When it comes to social, like the social network in general, I still think that we as a people we're still finding our way. I do believe that. I think that all that stuff is still in its infancy and we're still learning. We have the blind leading the blind. Right, the previous generation didn't use it, and the current generation's using it. That whole thing. Valve is open source. So is Valve a VR set? Is it like a VR platform? The Valve has one finger tracking. Really? All right, so I need to have a look at this. Thank you, Caitlin. Thank you so much for that. Have a great one. Thanks for sticking around. My daughter didn't get the memo. Yeah, see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Primrose. I always hated the expression blind leading the blind. Things are usually more like the stupid leading the blind, as in right into a pole. It feels that way sometimes, doesn't it? All right. I'm going to have to check out this Valve thing. So, can we get hands up in regards to who has played with the Valve? I've never even heard of it. That's what I'm talking about, man. Like, I'm ready for another platform. Don't get me wrong. The Oculus hardware is outstanding. It's just my opinion, but I think it's the people making the business decisions are leading them down a bad path. Because I don't. Let me put it this way. I can't imagine not even 1% of their populace would be like, oh, you have to hook up Facebook. Oh, that's awesome. Right? I think it's either going to be like, oh, I don't care. Or it's going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. And if that's the case, then make it optional. My eldest was with me when I set mine up. So when she made hers use my Dio. Oh, gotcha. What, Benji? Really? My Facebook account once got locked with the demand that I show my face? What? Huh. I don't know what to say about the world anymore, people. I don't know what to do. Sweet Virginia with that resub. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, one of these days I'd like to, it'll be in the future. It's, you know what I want to do one time, dude? I'd like to sit down at a poker table with like $2,000. I could not do that right now, I'll tell you that, but maybe one day. Big Brother is watching. Primrose. Are you still watching the Clone Wars? I'm just curious. It's been a while. I'm not current. It's been several weeks. Been super busy. I want to get back to it. Man, we got to get back to it. What was that, Lassie? What song do I have in your head, Aaron? West Virginia. Mountain Mama. Country road, take me home. Never played modded Minecraft in a series. I mean, would you consider Skyblock to be a version of modded? I don't know if we would. Not really, actually. I guess I really haven't. Beat the E-Chunk with that resub. Thank you so much for that. 2 months. Boop. Thank you. Skiz in modded Minecraft. Oh boy. I don't know. That could be a thing. Sky Factory for a bit. Did I? I love reading all the stuff you guys write, man. You and Impulse should do a Sky Factory. Have we done Sky Factory? What is that? Play Create Mod with Impulse. Now, what is that? I don't even know what that is. Makes me feel dumb. Oh, you know what game I want to try, dude? I want to try Life After. That's what I want to try. Or does anybody know of any like new versions of The Walking Dead? Like I want to stream it. I want to stream it. And once I get this new system, once I get this new system up, we're going to find the sickest game out there visually. And we're going to, oh yeah. We're going to, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. And I want to find like a sick game to stream with you guys. Oh my gosh, Walking Dead. Oh, dude. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. I think a lot of you guys know this story, but I haven't told it since a lot of you have come on. Hands up if you're a Walking Dead fan. Let me see it. Oh, Tango and Zed are doing a create mods here. I want to do, you know what I got to do? I want to do something with Zed. I want to do something with Tango. Now, NJ, you say pass. Tell me why. Like just briefly, one sentence. Say anything you want as to why that is, which is sure that's totally fine. I'm just curious. Curious. Stale Squash, thank you for that resub. 2 months. Thank you. We're up to season 8. After that, I dropped. Okay. Let's see what NJ has to say. Here we go. Not a super fan of zombies. Too many nightmares. Okay, that's fair. Oh, that's fair. Okay, fair. I could not get past season 2. Really? All right. Let me talk about this a little bit. Okay. When The Walking Dead came out, this is true. When The Walking Dead came out, I was like, really? I've never been a zombie dude. Ever. Never been a zombie guy, never been a vampires guy. Just not my thing. It's just not my thing. And so when Walking Dead came out for the first time, I was like, how many times are we going to do the zombie story? How many times and how many different ways can we really tell this story? And my son was like, Dad, you'd like this show. I'm like, this is zombie stuff. It's time for mankind to aim higher. I said all this without watching a single episode. So my son's like, he sits me down and here's something you guys got to know. I'm here right now talking to you because of my son. He was the one who made me sit down and play Minecraft all those years ago. So with Walking Dead, it was the same story. He sits me down. He's like, just watch the first episode. So I watched the first episode. Man, was I hooked. I mean, hooked. I did not see that coming. And I realized after some time now, while the zombies, if you will, what they're called, walkers, right? Or it depends on the area that you're in Walking Dead. The geography anyways. While they were scary, while they were disturbing, after you kind of go through this evolution along with the characters where they kind of just become a background threat, right? And the show is about civilization trying to re-find itself in this chaos that is this, pandemic that is doing what it's doing to the dead. And it's pretty amazing. So I got really into it. Now, a lot of you know the story I'm about to tell you. It's going to blow your mind. A lot of you know the story, but for some of you that don't, this is going to blow your mind. And especially those who don't know the story, who watch the show. So I'm watching this for several seasons and I love it. I literally, when an episode ends, I cannot wait to get to the next one, right? Season after season after season. And then you meet this new character. You meet this character called Eugene Porter. And he's this like mullet wearing guy called Dr. Eugene Porter. And he's just this really interesting. I'm like, where have I seen, what have I seen this guy in, right? A lot of you know where I'm going. No spoilers. So I'm like, what have I seen this guy in? I cannot name the show. I cannot name the movie. I just can't figure it. I just know that I know this dude. I just don't know what from. So a couple weeks goes by. and a buddy hits me up, and it turns out I do know the dude because I know the dude. Turned out we were actually pretty good friends, like many years prior. Him and I, we worked at Costco together, and we were actually pretty good friends. His name is Josh McDermott, and he plays Dr. Eugene Porter on the game, on the show. Jeez. And I was just like blown away. I was like, this whole time I'm trying to figure out where I knew him from, like what TV show or movie, when in reality I actually knew him. Like I hung out with him all the time. For example, you ready for this? His birthday 3 days ago. The guy's exactly 3 days older than me. Exactly 3 days. Not just the date, but like the actual date. He was born, and 3 days later I was born. His birthday is June 4th. You can look it up right now. Josh McDermott, birthday June 4th. And I was like, that's Josh. And him and I used to joke around so much, and he was the worst employee at Costco. Like, no joke, because he didn't belong there. He belonged doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? He was awesome. This was a billion years ago. We worked at Costco together, but he was the funniest dude in the world, man. We had so much fun together. We used to hang out, and we had a very similar humor, and we just got along so well. So here I am, I see him on this show, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the character he's doing, he used to do that character while running the cash register at Costco. People would come by, and he would just be like, he's like this monotone, like deadpan. He'd be like scanning their stuff. Welcome to Costco. Would you like to hear the history on how Costco was founded? And they'd be like, no, that's okay. He'd be like, back in 1603, he's like, Jebediah Costco. And he would just like come up with this nonsense story. And the customer would just be like, so funny, man. Yeah, he was totally rehearsing. Can you, 6 degrees of Skizzle, man, right? Okay. Welcome to Costco. I love you. That's idiocracy right there, man. I'm telling you right now, that character was almost modeled after Josh. That's who he was in that show. Isn't that amazing? Josh McDermott plays Eugene Porter on Walking Dead, and he was once upon a time a good buddy of Skiz back in the day, way before The Walking Dead. And one of the reasons I didn't recognize him is because he was legitimately in the show probably over 60 pounds lighter than he was when I knew him in Costco. He cut a lot of weight over the years, and he was still kind of doughy, you know, in The Walking Dead, but he was much, you know, he had cut a lot of weight, man. He cut a lot of weight. So it was just, I just couldn't believe it. And you ready for this? You ready for this? Ready for this? If there's ever a Skiz trivia in the future, these are the questions that are going to, like, you're going to crush everybody. Because you got to write this stuff down. The dude who called me, this I'm getting you guys some information here. The dude who had called me to say, dude, do you know? He said, I'm trying to figure out, like, how did he phrase it? He didn't call me, he texted me. He said, did you know that Josh is on The Walking Dead? And I was like, and my brain was like, well, I knew, like, he tried to go into acting and stuff, but did he play one of the walkers in the background? Oh my God, he's Eugene Porter. Like, that's how I, like all of a sudden it just, like, you know, flooded in. I'm like, he's a main character. He's a main character. I couldn't believe it, right? So the guy who texted me, that was the singer of my rock band back in the day, he also worked at Costco. He also worked at Costco. I mean, there's more there, but I'm not going to tell you. How did I come up with the name Skizzle, man? That's a funny story. It is a very, let's see, how do I do this? Once upon a time, back before Full Tilt Poker got into some trouble, if you will, and I'm talking years ago, I tried to create a username and it was taken. So I had to come up with another one, and this one just there's reasons behind it popping into my name, but it just kind of popped in my head, so I just did it. Then and there, did it then and there, and I've been Skiz ever since. Would you look at this? Eclipse with the $20 dono. Happy birthday. We'll have to play some poker and kick my butt. Have to go. Thank you for being you. Oh, Eclipse, thank you so much. Thank you for that dono. Thank you for those kind words. You have a great one. Thanks for sticking around. You guys are amazing. It's okay, Eclipse, that you got to go. I'm going to be wrapping up in the next couple minutes here anyways. Got some more plans for the night on this Skiz birthday. Going to go hang out with Mr. Impulse, and we are going to watch Suns play. We're going to watch it happen. What's the meaning of Skizzle? You know what? We're going to have to come up with one. I don't know. There is no meaning. Were you shooting for Skizzler or Sizzler? No. But I will say this: I did get Sizzle today. Sizzle's a Mongolian barbecue. It's delicious. It's delicious. Pinch you with 100 bits there. Thank you very much. You guys are amazing. NJ, you take care. Thank you so much, guys. Love to NJ. Give NJ some love if you could. We love NJ. We love Silk. We love all you guys, all you amazing people. Guys, we're going to, first of all, I want to tell you that I know I've been gone for a while. We're going to be looking to do another stream tomorrow. Teardown. We always have fun with Teardown. Do you guys remember that last stream of Teardown? That epic finish that we had? How crazy was that? How crazy was that epic finish? Like, I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? It was the sickest thing ever. We got to do it again. So we're going to be doing some Teardown tomorrow. And then I would like to stream more this week, but I got to work out some schedule stuff with some people. Some people named Tango and Mr. Joker. And then maybe there will be an Among Us stream. I don't know. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. We're going to do some Teardown tomorrow. Please be there for it. Same time, 3 p.m. PT. Cannot believe I did EST today like a dum-dum. That was embarrassing. Aaron Smile with a 3,000 bits. My goodness, Aaron Smile. Maybe someday you will stop being surprised by how much love you get. Well deserved. You're amazing. Aaron, why do you do that to me? That was so nice. What a nice thing to say. Big Dolores to that resub. Thanks so much. Love your down to earth and positive attitude, guys. Thank you. Soul over the 100 bits. Aaron, that's such a nice thing to say. And it will always be humbling. You know what I mean? The nice things that you guys say and the generosity you guys show. I'm glad. Let me tell you something. My favorite thing about doing this, whether it's YouTube videos or it's streaming, I like the real conversations that we have. The just chatting is fun, right? This is a lot of fun. I like the real conversations. I really like it when I find out that when somebody has a bad day, they can bring up one of my videos, or the stream is just in time, right, to change their mood around. Or my favorite to this day, when parents watch my YouTube stuff with their kids. I love it. I love it. It means the world to me. It means the world to me. And I'll tell you this right now, right? Okay. Let you guys know a little secret. This is my plan for the batting cage that's in my backyard. I'm going to leave it up. Because my daughter's going to need it when she comes back from college over the summer and stuff like that. But when it's time for me to get rid of that thing, I've got a pitching machine. I got a batting cage. I got tees. I got L screens. I got all the stuff. I got a lot. I've got a lot of money worth of equipment. And when it's time for me to sell it, I'm going to put it out. I'm going to put a little thing out there, pictures and everything. And if somebody comes up and they want to get it, I'm going to put a price on there. It's going to be pretty, it's going to be good price. But I'm going to secretly interview the person who's shopping for this, who's shopping for it. And if they're looking to buy it to turn it around and like clean it up and resell it, well, then good, I'll sell it to them. But if it's, I'm hoping it's going to be a dad or a mom, or a dad and a mom who their little one is getting into baseball or getting into softball. And as soon as I can fish out that that's what they're doing, it's theirs. I'm not charging them anything. The charge is going to be a facade to make sure I'm getting real people. Because just for this to go to another person's journey, it's just been a long journey, man. It's just crazy. It's coming to an end or whatever, But it's hard. It's hard getting started up like that. And that's the other thing. See, here we are going to extra innings here. That's the other thing is that. Hey, Sid, how you doing? That's the other thing is that, so coaching, right? I just coached 10U with my daughter. And I was the assistant coach and my buddy was the main coach, and we had a talk before the season and we said, what's our objective? Our objective is not to win. It's not to win. We don't care about the W. We will care when it comes down to the playoffs, but we're not here to win. We're here for every girl to have a good time and get better. They have to get better, not just at softball, but they have to get better here and here. They have to develop the skill set to go get uncomfortable. I want girls coming in here into a position, and I want them to be curious about a position. And if they're afraid of it, then there definitely going to play it, right? That's my thing. If they're afraid of the position, but they're curious about it, they're going to play it. They're going to do it. I don't care how much they suck, because they're like, what are you, 9, 10? Who cares? You're learning here, right? So get in there and get uncomfortable. That's what this whole thing was about, right? Grumpy Spider, that resub 10 months. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much for that. So that was our objective. We don't care about winning. We care about every girl playing and every girl having a good time and every girl challenging themselves and getting better. And that's what we pulled off. in the process of doing that, these girls gave us their all, sacrificed themselves. They did everything, and we ended up winning the championship. You know what I mean? Like you see, it's amazing. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: the group we were up against, that coach, only about winning. Oh, that guy was only about winning. Only, like no matter what he had to do, and he was. I went to shake his hand afterwards, and he did not want. He was very upset that he lost the championship. That's real. But he reluctantly shook my hand, and I walked away like laughing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But that's what you got to do, you know. Like, and I talked to the parents. You know, I was like, listen, I was like, you guys are gonna wonder why we're making some of the decisions. And I said, we're not here to win. We're not here to win. And I told them, I was like, when it comes to playoffs, we'll play a little bit differently. I said, but these girls need to get uncomfortable. And I said, and trust me, if you plan on being on this road for a long time, the softball road, there's plenty of heartbreak coming. I was like, you got a lot of pain in your future. And now is not the time for that. Now is not the time for pain. Now is the time for these girls to have some fun and do their thing. And it was great, man. And so we won. And it was really nice connecting with these girls. One of them, this was another thing, is one of these girls reminded me of me because she was so hard on herself. Anytime that she messed up, she was so hard on herself that was disruptive to herself and her teammates. And it was, when I pull her aside and I have a talk with her on, you have to have a short memory, and it's good to have an expectation of yourself, but to an extent, you got to shut that chapter and you got to get back in with your teammates. I told her, I was like, you hit a good ball and it was caught, and you pouted, you walked back and you hung your head, and one of your teammates put up their hand to high five you because it was a great hit, and you blew them off. And that was all they could think about. And I was like, you need to lift your head. You need to be better than that. And so it was interesting because the very next game she was a very talented girl. I love this kid. Very next game, she had another moment where she hit the ball and the other team fielded it well, and they threw her out. And she went back, and I watched her. She pouted all the way in. This is so funny. Pouted all the way into the dugout, and one of the girls held up their hands for a high five. She went in, and I just watched her. She didn't even know I was watching. She came out of the dugout, tapped the girl, tapped her, and then put her hand back up with a high five. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. She looked up. She didn't know I was watching. Oh, it was awesome. Just so proud of these girls, man. I miss them so much. The one and only, the Jez with the 500 bits there. Thank you so much. Lost soul, that resub. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much for that. What was that? 15 months. Happy birthday, says. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cade, the 1,000 bits over here, Cade. Look at that. Happy birthday, Skids. Thank you for always bringing joy to my day. Hope this year brings you all you want and more. What a nice thing to say, Cade. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, man. You say these things that make me feel like $1 billion. Then I can't get out of my office because my head's too massive. I need to get a bigger door. That's what I need to do. Bigger door. That's what I'm going to do. Bigger door because the head doesn't get through because of what you guys do. All right, you guys are amazing. We're going to look for somebody to raid here. Thank you so much for all the awesomeness, all the birthday wishes, all the birthday generosity. I can't wait to get back at this tomorrow with Teardown. Oh, yeah. We're going to play some Teardown, people. We're going to do it. Oh, okay. Listen here, people who run Twitch. When I want to raid somebody, what I need you to do is I need you to show me how long they've been streaming. We are going to raid the one, the only, the Coffee Junkie. Let me start this raid. Let's make sure this works before I say anything. Even though I already said something. Click. Are you loading? Hi, it's loading. All right. We're going to send you on over to NJ Coffee Junkie. We love her. You give her some love. From Skiz. Tell her thank you very much for everything. Guys, thank you so much for all the amazing. Madam Xavier, that resub 21 months. 21 months. Goodness gracious, you guys. Thank you so much. 21 months, Madam Xavier. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. When you guys get over to NJ Coffee Junkie, give her some love and you say hello, love from Skiz, and wish her well. I am going to go enjoy the rest of my night. You all have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow for some Teardown. Keep an eye on that schedule and keep an eye on Twitter because sometimes things change. But hopefully it works out, and we're going to tear some stuff down tomorrow. Oh, yeah. We're going to blow things up. It's going to be glorious. Have a great one. Yee. There goes.